Welcome back once again to the North American Star League Grand Finals and the Blizzard World Championship Series Canada Finals, where Scarlett is one game away from claiming the title of Best Player in Canada. Ostojiy not out of it yet, though. Can still battle back.
Definitely, man. It's been a really entertaining tournament so far. As I mentioned several times, I watched a lot of the national WCS qualifiers, and I think this one really was one of the better ones. A couple of really exciting games, a couple of upsets, no doubt. And well, two excellent plays in the final. And I cannot wait to see how they're going to do in the North American Continental Finals.
Oh, man.
And of course, we can actually talk about the WCS later this year, since Blizzard recently announced that.
The what do you call it? The World Championship? Yeah. The WCS World Championship is going to be held in Shanghai, China. Will be an awesome event. So each of these players, Ostojiy and Scarlett, both vying for that shot. They will both be at the Continental Finals.
Yes.
Which is going to be held, I believe, at MLG Raleigh.
Yes, I think you're correct, man.
And that's huge. I just want to say this. Like, this Canadian... First of all, you guys are awesome. Canadian crowd rocks.
No doubt. No doubt about that.
But this Canadian player pool is so strong. And just looking at this and watching the games from WCS Canada, I feel like these two guys could very well be favorites going into the Continental Finals.
I think you're right. Of course, there are a lot of amazing American players as well, man. And you as an American, you should defend your boys a little bit. He's turning Canadian already, guys. He's been here for 3 days.
I bleed red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
I love my American boys.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think Scarlett's the best player in North America.
Okay. Now, a lot of you guys might think that Ben is just like hopping the bandwagon, but actually we did an interview at the start of this weekend, and they asked us for predictions for both tournaments. And Ben actually did predict that Scarlett was going to win this tournament. So he's not just riding the bandwagon, but Ben has some prediction skills as well.
I was wrong about TT1, but right about Scarlett.
Yes.
Too bad I didn't bet on Scarlett.
All right, Ben. Let's go ahead and introduce our players.
All right, Kev. Spawning down in the bottom left-hand corner of Cloud Kingdom, Ostojiy. With an interesting opening, by the way, that we'll talk about in just a second, because up in the top right-hand corner of this map, one game away from being the Canadian champion, it is Scarlett.
Talk about the opening, Ben, because both players are opening actually exactly identical.
Yeah, spawning pool into expand. It's kind of like the way of saying, all right, I want to be greedy, but I don't want to die to a tin pool. So they'll have the pool done faster, but they'll still get those expansions up and running very quickly. I think the first time I was seeing this was when some of the Russian Zergs were experimenting with it. And it's become a pretty popular opening. We're seeing it everywhere around the world, in Korea, here in North America, obviously in Europe as well.
Talking about the likes of Slivko and Aristio.
Yes, yeah, I think Slivko is the first guy I ever saw doing this opening. And it's solid, man. It's really super solid. You really give up very little. Like, you get a later Zergling speed, but who really cares if you're going to be the greedy macro player, right?
Since we are guessing WCS next weekend, it's going to be WCS Ukraine and Russia as well. Those qualifiers will be played in Ukraine, so all the Russians are going to have to travel to Ukraine. But I think that's going to be a fantastic qualifier as well. And Slivko, man, will be playing in the Russian one. Slivko, probably the most awesome Zerg in Europe.
I have never seen anything cooler than the fan that walked up to Slivko and gave him a watermelon with his name carved in it.
Yes. I've never seen anything cooler than Slivko in Brazil, man. Slivko was in Brazil for 2 days and he was the boss over the neighborhood. That's how Slivko rules.
It's true, man. He was like, we were kind of in a sketchy neighborhood. We're like, Slivko, don't go out by yourself at night. He's like, I'm blushing. He just walks off into the darkness. He didn't care. He had his wallet in one hand and his phone in another.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about it. You know, whenever all the players walk over the red carpet, you see like after 3-4 people surrounding them. I was thinking like who I would like to see as my bodyguards. And I was thinking about Slivko, Dimaga, Happy Zerg, and In Control. And Braddock as like stealth assassin behind it. I think that would be pretty badass, man. I don't think anyone would ever touch you then.
This game's looking pretty much like a mirror match, Kev. Almost identical on both sides, with bathing nests going down. Ostojiy getting the spine crawler a little bit earlier than Scarlett, so giving up some economy. That's why we see this one drone difference. But other than that, both players getting everything else.
Isn't it crazy that Scarlett does not have a single Zergling on the map? Did not make a single Zergling yet. Now she starts making her first 4 links of the game. But so far, man, not a single unit.
Yep, critically, she's had this Overlord, or 2 Overlords really, in great spots. She sees everything that leaves Ostoji's base, so she knows, I don't really need to. There's always the chance that a bunch of Zerglings are being hidden somewhere, and then they run out with a ton of Speedlings.
Ostojiy is actually going to get these links into the main base of Scarlett, so he's going to get a nice idea what's going on. He's going to be able to select the extractor. He will see how much gas has been mined, and that's, of course, is crucial in ZVZ in this phase. Scarlett taking the second extractor, that might actually be a trick. I wouldn't be surprised if she cancels it.
I think at this point in the game, this is where she wants to go up to 2 or even 3 gases. We'll see exactly what she does.
Second Spinecrawler as well. So it's starting to look more and more like Ling Infestor.
I would love that. That's how I like to play ZVZ these days. But there's a very important Overlord, and it's the one parked right in the back of Ostojiy's natural. It allows Scarlett to see the drones there in the natural, and that's how she kind of knew that Ostojiy wasn't going for a big Zergling all-in. She saw workers in the natural. So very important. Ostojiy with a very fast third base, but Scarlett's actually got some lings there, and I think she's going to force a cancel. She does.
Forces the cancel immediately, picks up the drone as well, so big win for Scarlett.
And her response is going to be to go take a third base of her own, knowing that she's going to have it faster now. So great stuff. This is just another example of building small advantages for yourself.
Ling's running around on the bottom side of the map. Baneling getting close, not getting the detonation off. And Scarlett right now trying to pick off the Baneling with a single Zergling, but Ostojiy on top of his control as well.
Great control on both sides. Ostojiy will be able to get this hatch down now.
Ostojiy is 5 workers ahead though, but now we can see in the production tab 8 drones on the way for Scarlett, so she will be able to overtake him once more. But Scarlett has a lot of Lings over here, 17 Lings. 3 Banelings and 5 more Banelings in production. This actually could be a very tough hold for Ostojiy.
It could be with the. It's kind of going to come down to Baneling. That is Scarlett. Oh, is paying attention. Look at how she peels off one Zergling just perfectly, and we'll be able to kill this Baneling. Beautiful play there.
Ostojiy trying to do the same thing though, but wow, Scarlett's control was impeccable there, but she did end up losing one Ling. But it was very beautiful for her.
Very, very well done. Scarlett was just trying to once again delay this third base.
Once more, trace a Ling for a Baneling. Beautiful trades there for Scarlett.
This is some high-level ZVZ. Both these players showing us an excellent understanding of the matchup.
Trying to do it once more, and she will do it.
Oh, now the Banelings are going to come forward, but there's roaches there. Yep. Scarlett sees him.
There are actually 7 roaches on the map for Ostojiy already. And Scarlett is just dropping the infestation pit right now, man. So this is going to be the 3-base Ling infested style. And Ostojiy already told us that he loves to punish this with just a lot of roaches, a couple of Lings, and also a few Banelings. Yeah,
+1 roach timings are very, very good against this. And it looks like that's exactly what Ostojiy is gearing up for. His roach speed and his +1 is nearing completion.
He's going to try to force a cancel on the Spinecrawler. It does succeed in doing so, but Scarlett does cancel as well. A lot of Banelings being morphed right now. Ostojiy is going to put some real serious pressure here on Scarlett.
Oh, it's going to be a tough hold.
It's going to all come down to all these Banelings.
Oh, don't let that. Oh, great play there by Scarlett. And she's trying to decide right now how she wants to spend these Banelings. She's going to wait and see if these roaches are going to clump up. Spinecrawlers need to finish. If they do,
I actually think that was a great trade actually for Ostojiy. He got 2 Banelings for like 4. Still very
takes out a Spinecrawler. Another Spinecrawler is going to fall. Zergling's going to come get in the mix. +1's not done yet. Baneling is being microed really well. Scarlett's getting a new. Oh, there's the big detonation, but Scarlett's still able to surround these roaches, and with +1 done for Scarlett, well, it's also done for Ostojiy. Yeah, but there's enough Zerglings here to clean it up.
Wow.
And that's a great hold, Kev.
Scarlett holds once more, and now she's up to 3 bases. And has a nice worker lead, and she has those 7 infestors on the way. This was Ostojiy's window, and I think the first engagement went really well for him, but Scarlett did such a good job in saving so much time, waiting for those Spinecrawlers to go up, and eventually she did hold.
And that's going to get really hard for Ostojiy. Now, critically, Scarlett doesn't have her armor upgrade. I really wonder why she has skipped it, because +1 roaches are still... Whoa! Big detonation there, and that's going to maybe force her to give up this position out in the middle of the map.
Wow. Ostojiy has a really nice army lead right now, but those 7 infestors that are about to pop for Scarlett, or 6, I believe, maybe 1 is on the map already. Yes, he is going to have 7 infestors, 2 more on the way. It's going to be so hard for Ostojiy to attack into this, certainly with these Spinecrawlers over here. And this is the position that you love as a Ling infestor player.
Absolutely, you are right. Oh, Roach is going to come forward, try to pick off some infestors, and 1 is killed. Very nice control there by Ostojiy. But I don't know that it's going to be enough. Infestors on high ground behind Spinecrawlers. That's almost impossible to break with roaches. Ostojiy's going to try, though.
Ostojiy has a big army supply lead, but once more it's going to be so hard for him to get a really good engagement off. And the longer this continues, the better it will get for Scarlett, because she's actually 15 drones ahead.
Army supply can be very deceptive when you've got a lot of Zerglings. Lings, you know, they cost 1/2 of a supply, so you can have a lot of Lings without having a lot of army supply. And again, it's the position that really makes the difference.
Ostojiy sending a lot of units via the north side of the map right now, but Scarlett still having a lot of spine crawlers over here as well. She's just so well prepared everywhere. And it's going to be a tough hold, no doubt, but with infested terrains, with fungal growths, well, actually.
Here comes Ostojiy coming from multiple angles. Baneling's in the mix as well, and those are some good connections. Roaches are very well spread out. Scarlett's going to have to spend some energy on infested terrains here, but spine crawlers just excellent against roaches. You can see the damage being dealt there. And while the Zerglings die very quickly, the spines and the infested terrains and the fungal itself is just... Oh, that fungal! Huge fungal! And Ostojiy's going to lose a lot of roaches here, coming forward again. More fungal growth. The Lings are going to come out, and Scarlett just perfect defense. Immaculate play.
Nice burrow right there as well. But there you can see exactly as how it's... Wow, actually fungal growth on burrowed roaches. Picks off one roach, the others do survive.
Ostojiy's going to try to make his way into the natural here, but the spines are so good against roaches. And again, he's going to have to back off. He's going to get completely surrounded. The Lings are going to come forward. Fungal goes down. And that whole group of roaches is going to fall. Burrow will not work underneath an Overseer. Dancing the Zerglings is Scarlett. She knows, Kev. She knows just how far ahead she is. Hive is done. Ultralisk Cavern is finishing. And the bank is building.
As he has +2 armor upgrades already, and Ben, most important, the upgrade of all upgrades.
Adrenal glands, Kev. It's like giving a lightsabers to your Zerglings. I don't know how they would hold the lightsabers.
In his mouth. Like a doggy.
Just like runs forward and cuts the legs out from under the roaches. That sounds pretty cool.
Well, it's pretty good. Oh, a lot of roaches clumped up once more. Beautiful fungals by Scarlett. It's so funny how Scarlett is still down 30-40 supply, but actually she's so far ahead, and she knows it, and you know it as well.
Brilliant, brilliant fungals, and Ostojiy's just playing it's such a hard position to be in. He's not going to have a really good answer to the ultras that are on the way. 3 ultras, chitinous plating, +3, adrenal glands, all huge, important upgrades. And I don't think there's anything in the game that kills roaches faster than ultras with fungal growth.
It's actually crazy how fast they kill them. I mean, what can Ostojiy hope for? You can hope that the infestors are out of position. Maybe something like this
catches
able
one
to kill
there,
one
but
of them.
One infestor for 9 roaches is a painful trade to make.
Overlord is falling as well. He's going to try to save a couple of them. Scarlett once more is going to fall back to his spine crawlers. And Scarlett is doing everything right. And I love the way that she positioned the spine crawlers throughout the entire game. It's almost like watching her play ZVP, where she also always has the spine crawlers in the correct position.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant play. More ultras on the way, 3-3. I shouldn't say 3-3 because actually she skipped armor upgrades, which is very interesting. I guess it frees up a lot of gas for more infestors and faster infestors. Tunneling Claws finishing up for Ostojiy is going to give him something to use against these ultras, but with there's detection everywhere. Scarlett is so well positioned.
4 more ultras on the way, man, and with those ultras, Scarlett might be able to win the WCS Canada right there. Ostojiy is going to try to make a run by.
Oh, but surprise, surprise, the ultras are here.
Fungo is going to land on 2 roaches. Meanwhile, a lot of roaches on the north side are perhaps going to try to pick up the hatchery, but there are so many spine crawlers.
Yeah, no defending units are here, though. The spines will buy some time, though, and here come the ultras. Ostojiy immediately says, damn it, and loses a few more units. He's trying so hard to use this multi-pronged aggression, but Scarlett's so well positioned.
Fungo does not land on all of these burrow roaches. I love how Ostojiy keeps trying to find an opening somewhere, but Scarlett is just too well positioned. She's going to max out right now on the roach, on the Infestor Ultra against Roach, and perhaps Roach Infestor soon. But
and the critical moment has arrived. Ostojiy now has to back up, and Scarlett is for the first time in the game going to be the aggressor. Ultra is going to come forward. Big fungals going down on top of everything, and like we said, Kev, nothing kills roaches faster than ultras with fungal growth, and that is what a dancing ultralisk looks like. Ostojiy falling back. He's going to try to mount one last defense, but it's going to be a tough one.
Scarlett is so incredibly good. That's insane.
I think, Kev, that we can start saying that she's the best player in Canada. Here are the ultras. Here are the infestors. The third base under fire. Infested Terrans, fungal growth. And lots and lots and lots of Ultralisks. 190 supply against 110. The third will fall. The roaches will all die.
Ultras are just chopping their way to victory. GG, congrats, is what Ostojiy says. And Scarlett is your Canadian champion.
Very well played. Excellent game from Scarlett.
Excellent series, excellent tournament from Scarlett.
Brilliant tournament. She beat every Canadian. Like every Canadian of note. She beat your champion of the Blizzard World Championship Series, Scarlett! Zoe is with our winner. I think.
Nope. She's just gonna run through all the fans, man.
One more round of applause for Scarlett, the best player in Canada.